Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel, Turing to AI. Today I'm going to talk about Azure Promptflow with the help of Azure AI Foundry. What is Azure AI Foundry? It can help enterprise to develop and deploy the responsible enterprise-grade AI solution. It is a comprehensive AI platform that brings together the different sort of tools, services, and best practices to simplify and scale the life cycle of generative AI. What is a prompt flow? So prompt flow is a development tool for designing, testing, and evaluating workflow that uses a large language model. How to make a user interface? It can support the collaboration, version control, and it can integrate with a different Azure platform, for example, machine learning. Okay, what is one? So first of all, we are going to take input. That input is going to input any question. That input with the in the chat history, and it is going to modify the query as per the history. We will have a little bit code here in the Azure Promptflow. That outcome will fed to the Azure AI search. Azure AI search we are going to create it here. Whatever the Azure AI search will get the data that will get to the some Python script which will do the string search, and it will do the cleanup activity of that Azure AI search. That particular information on the strings will be fed to the prompt flow again, to the chat GPT, and whatever the final outcome come, the refined version of that will go to the chat with a context. It is just a prompt, and we will see the output of that flow. Okay, so next go is that we are going to talk about what is a prerequisite. So prerequisite is we have to have the Azure AI account. We will create a new project. We will deploy the GPT model. We will deploy the Azure AI search. We will create a new search. Okay, it's quite. Okay, let's go directly jump onto the uh, creating the Azure AI account. I've already created, so I'm just logging in. At the same time, I'm going to log in onto the portal.azure.com. It is for uploading the data. I can directly log in the data from there, or directly everything I can do it from the Azure AI Foundry as well. It's taking a bit time, but okay. So we are going to perform a very first step, um, create a new project, right? We are going to select the project name, and this AI project is going to create the AI hub, AI services, create the endpoint for your access key, so that you don't separately go and create um, the endpoint. This particular project will do everything for you. It will create the keyword, the storage, the AI services I have, as you can see. Yep, by the time it will take some time, I can do one more thing. I can at the same time, I can, while it is down, is creating, I can go to the GitHub for downloading some sample data, because we have to train that data onto the Azure AI search. We have to chunk and vectorize. So I'm going to create a one directory locally so that I don't mess up with my data. I mean, my local cd Azure search, and then just git clone the sample Azure search sample data. That sample data is available onto the GitHub. So it is just for the testing purpose. I'm downloading this data. Yep. Let's see what is going on into the. Okay. So storage and the keyword was pretty quick, right? Let's see. AI Hub is going to take a little bit time, and AI Service is going to take time. The overall project will be finally will be done and created. In the meantime, my data is also downloading. It is downloading everything. I'm not going to use everything. Maybe I'll pick something like health plan. Let's see what's in the health plan. So health plan looks like some employee um, benefit plan, which has the benefit option, handbook, and different health benefit. Yeah, it is almost it's on verge of completion. Yeah, looks like it's done. Data from the ASL. So next section is model deployment. So we are going to deploy two models. First model is GPT-04 Mini. Um, and the second model I'm going to deploy is the text embedding ADA02. We can do the text embedding small 3 or the large 3, but that is going to incur a lot of cost. For this particular of demo, I think ChatGPT 4 Mini should be sufficient. Yeah, it's a 100K token. I think I'll reduce it so that somebody should not make a cut in on my pocket. Hmm? Yeah. I mean, you have to evaluate or understand that what sort of traffic is coming per minute. What is the requirement of token? I'm not going to fire a lot of queries, so I've selected a smaller one. Let's see if it is sufficient, or we can increase later. We can edit and um, update it later. Yeah. So this model is deployed, right? GPT-4o Mini is deployed. Now let's go and deploy another model, which I said text embedding. Let's type the embedding, try to find how many models will come. Text embedding 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'll go with a lower version of text embedding. But you can choose different other model which can do much better. Again, the same thing. I'm going to reduce the token per minute limit as well. Done. Now time to upload the data. Okay, so there is already data sources available, but I'm going to choose again the upload file here. I will choose from the downloaded data from the Git clone. I'm going to select everything. We'll put some name to our data. We'll have some data name, because that data name I'm going to use it uh, to the indexing at the time of indexing. So you can see there is some so health plan data con. Okay, health plan data con has data is created. Now I'm going to do the indexing. Indexing is relatively a large activity. There's a different option. Okay, but the data is I'm going to pick from the Azure AI Foundry. So you see health plan data con, which I just created. Now here I have to define what AI search. There is no AI search is available, because when we created the AI hub and project, the AI search was not created. So we have to create the AI search resource from here, and it will go to the now portal.azure.com. I'm going to select the Sweden Central because I don't want to have more latency, because my other resources are created in the Sweden Central. Do I need to select? the larger version, but yeah. Okay, I'll not make any more changes. Just hit the create. Yep. What next? Let's see, refresh. So what happened in my case, I've seen that immediately after creating the Azure AI search, uh, the AI search was not appearing. It took some time, so I went for a coffee, and when I came back, you can see there is no AI search. After giving a little bit time, the AI search started appearing. Yep, chat bot Turing. Okay, so started appearing. Yep, chat bot Turing. Okay, so this is the name of AI search which I've given. Now I have to give the. I mean, it has chosen its own name. I'll give my name. Um, Better to take. You can choose your name or whatever. Okay, let's take the health plan. Yeah, and embedding model, what we have created. Azure AI connection is because it's going to use the chat GPT from the AI model hub we have created, the code from there. Yep. Now create vector index. Um, okay, now it's a um, fairly enough, it is going to take a bit more time. You can have a look onto the what the job is performing. It is going to perform in the three phases or three steps. In the first step, it will input the data and it will crack, chunk, and embed the data. That is doing. In the second phase or the second step, it will update the ACS index, and in the third update, it will um, vectorize the data. Okay, register vector. So it is going to take some time. So let's see in the meantime, what is our next step? I mean, it can take 10 minutes to 20 minutes, depending upon the how much data you have uploaded. It is going to read all the data and it is going to vectorize, index, making a chunk. So we have done so, create project, deployed AI search. Now we have to go to the Azure Promptflow. But before that, okay, we can do the same thing onto the chat playground as well. So yeah, it is still completed the step one. Three is completed. Now I'm going to deploy the chat, memory-based chat, but I'm not going to create a fresh one. I'm going to pick the existing model, existing flow from the model. This is we already discussed. It is the same thing which I discussed in my presentation in my second slide. Very at the so I hit the compute session because it's going to take much time. What it is going to do, whatever the configuration you're going to run, it needs some compute to run. So let's say it's also completed AI prompt flow, memory chat. Okay, that is the one I'm going to now add. So I'll just make the half mark green. Let's see. I've completed the start compute session as well. And so if you see, the input is a chat history and the chat input is the two things which will keep on repeating and it will be fed to the our prompt flow. That's what I've shown it there. Okay, that's a logic flow. Chat input, chat history will go to the manifest, as we remember in the earlier discussion, right? I'm not going to talk again this thing. What we can do, we have to do the some prerequisite check. For example, I have to enable the which Azure AI model you should choose. Okay. Query model query with the, so every time chat history is coming, so each item it will pick all the chat history will go into the list in the array, and every time it will take the model, it will take the chat input and compare and will um, collate all that thing before sending it to the modify query. So it will modify the query. We have to use a key connection because this is all going to be performed through the chat GPT O4 mini. Every time it is going to pick from the one chat history item, and then it will go to the input follow. Okay. Hmm. Activate config, nothing need to do. So now I'm going to add our Azure AI search, which we have created just now in the Azure AI Foundry. So that the name was the chatbot tuned to AI, and the vector search name was the health vector content. I'm going to embedding field is it's a content vector. It was created by itself. Um, Semantic will be the Azure ML default is created under the Azure AI search by itself. And then here I'm going to use the Azure OpenAI because we have to choose the embedding ADA, text embedding ADA. Okay, yeah, text embedding ADA. Done. So now I've told that for the AI search, how to look, where to look. Okay, uh, let's hit the save. Let's see if I've missed anything. But before that, okay, yeah, let it first save before. Yep, now it's saved. Go to the playground. Um, Before I run the prompt flow, I want to just test these things into the playground. For the playground, I have to just because the chat GPT O model is GPT O model is already there. I need to just add the index, which index AI search index I've created. So I don't need to do the everything again because AI search has already created a one indexation. I'm going to use that index under this playground. So that is the beauty of Azure AI Foundry. So you can do all the tests, deploy, prototyping, etc. Right? I, but let's see what the question I need to ask first. I'm going to open the employee handbook and pick some question from here. What I'm going to ask from my chat bot. Now I'm calling it chatbot. So it is employee handbook. Employee handbook says that what is our company's contours or mission, what is our values. So let's write what is the mission of contours. Let's see if it is working. If the index is working, if my project is working, perfect. So yeah, it's working. So Azure AI Foundry says using the GPT-4 model that the mission of Contoso is provide, which is the same. It is written handbook. All right. Yeah, I think we can hit another question. What are the values? In the journal sense, the values could be a very large topic. What are the values? Nothing. It's a math value, etc. But since the model is trained on your data, it has perfectly picked that the more values are quality, integrity, innovation, teamwork, etc. But what it did, it has picked just 6 values, not the rest of the 2. So I'm going to ask the question that where are the accountability? Okay, let's see. Why have not added the accountability in the values? Hmm? in your last response. So now the history works here, chat history. It is going to talk to the chat history. It is comparing. It is going to the LLM, and then finally along with the context coming. Yeah, he is apologizing. Apologize for the oversight. Accountability is a core value. And is it going to give me only accountability? Okay, yeah, now it has corrected. So community commitment is also a value, right? So yeah, we have prototyping. It's working fine. So we are going back to the chat flow, prompt flow, and we are going to just start deploying our this prototype. So we will just check if everything is fine. We have connected with the Azure AI Hub. All the connections are there. Compute is on. Connection is there. Chat input is fine. AI search is added. We don't need to add any more index lookup, right? So index lookup is this. One thing I want to test whether if I make a changes into the search index lookup, will it work? Let's see if it does work. Otherwise, so okay. Next topic is generate. So this particular Python code is taking all the search Azure AI search output, and it is returning a string with the more precise strings of the outcome, which will be again fed to the prompt variant, so that it does not have the bunch of the data from the chat history and it get confused that what is the right answer, right? Yeah. Let's try to go to the now. Yeah, this looks fine. It is going to the prompt variant. And finally, it is going to the generate the prompt text and going to the output. Okay, let's hit the chat. Okay, we have encountered two errors. One is that the search index lookup is not found, which I think we changed so we can. And second is the connection for the chat with context was not working. I'm going to select it to the response form. I need a chat GPT model because it's an LLM model. It needs to run. It needs to communicate to some endpoint because it is going to have some token. And the second is corrected. Second is search index lookup. Yeah, let's change the name back to the lookup. Yep. What is third one? Connection search is okay. Let's go again. Hi. Let's just simplify. Okay, one more problem. Empty input query type. Okay, where's the query type? In the lookup. Okay, in the lookup there is a query type I need to define. Let's go to the lookup. It's a lookup is the AI search. I have not defined. Looks like yeah. In the lookup, I have not defined the query type. So it could be keyword or vector or hybrid. So let's select the hybrid. Okay. Let's hit the high again. Okay. This time there's no error. That's good. Okay, we can look for what is the next question I can ask. It's quite slow because I have not added a huge compute power. I can go customize the huge compute and it will be fast. Hello again, and you say it is saying hello again because it has the context already available in my last playground input data. Okay, so it is maintaining the context as well. Now let's go, let's see the what is the performance, and that is a question I've taken from the employee handbook. So okay, performance review data. Let's see what it's saying. So now, if you can see that I've not made a very huge effort to configure this, but you have deployed a full-fledged working chatbot for your organization, which is trained on your data, which is quite interesting, quite fast. And the good part with the Azure AI Foundry is that you can just let's pick up one more question from here. So, what are the responsibilities of Chief Operating Officer? Okay, so it's quite slow, but it is going to the each context. As of now, you can see it's green is where it is modifying the query based on the last chat history. It is going to generate the next generator. Okay, so I should get all of this in a okay in a bullet point. It is given developing. So not developing, implementing, and monitoring. But I need a summarized version. I don't need so many responsibility. Okay, can you summarize the responsibility? Please summarize the responsibilities. Sorry for my ignorance writing. In your last response. That is the beauty of chat history. Okay, so it will go and search. Huh. Okay. Um, so this model is perfectly working fine, and it is yeah, still it is saying in the context form. Now I think I need to be more precise. I need a more accurate. I need in 50 words, and I'm not going to say anything else. Okay, yeah, that's a beauty. That is going to pick everything from the chat history, and it's going to give you, if everything is working fine, it's going to give you a more summarized 50 words responsibility of the CTO. Is right now searching. Right. The chief operating officer is Contaso Electronics is responsible. So yeah, that's finishing my demo. Thank you very much for your time, and hit the subscribe and like button.